Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody? Anybody up? Is anybody up today? Yes, Joyce is up. Good morning, Joyce. How are you, sweetheart? Miss Joyce Cooper. And there's some hearts going up, so I know there's some people awake this morning. Look, I've got, in this bowl, I have got approximately, because I don't measure always, I've got approximately 1/2 cup of lard in here. I've got approximately, let's see, I'd say 2 cups of, 1.5 cups, 2 cups of self-rising, and 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And I'm just mixing that lard in with it for just a little bit. You can make these, what we're making is our fried pies again, because I got to this morning. You can make them with water. You can make them with sweet milk. You can make them with buttermilk. I usually make them with buttermilk. Today I'm making them with sweet milk. And I'm just mixing that around. I want a dough that's hard and not sticky, because I'm fixing to roll these little babies out. Hey, listen, I want to thank y'all, because the other day I posted, well, it was yesterday, I posted about that mosaic that I did for Hannah, and y'all were so complimentary. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I've got my grease in my pan right here. You can see that. This pan is about 5 inches deep. I've got my platter out. I've got my platter warm. All right, this dough is about ready. We're fixing to make us a fried pie. Now, let me tell you something. You can make fried pies out of absolutely anything. I'm making them out of my apples like I usually do. Apple pie filling. And they come in wedges, but they're squished up. I squished them up. I didn't add anything. I didn't add sugar, spices, anything. I just took them just like they are. Now, if you like blueberries, though, you can get the blueberry pie filling. If you don't want blueberry pie filling and you want some of your fig preserves in it, well, put those in it. It doesn't matter what you put in it, as long as you like it. That's what matters, okay? All right, so this is kind of crumbly, and I'm trying to push it together and get it all ready to roll out, and it is doing it. You want to really work this kind of dough. You got to put some muscle in it. You got to put some energy in it, just like you would if you were doing anything else. If you were playing baseball, you'd want to put all your muscle and energy into that bat, wouldn't you? If you're playing football, you want to put all your muscle and your energy into that running and catching and throwing and tackling and running around. And same with any sport. Okay, well, it's the same with anything else. If you're fishing, you want to do the best you can. If you're reading to that little child of yours, that little grandchild of yours, good morning, Sophia. Oh, my goodness, she's from San Antonio. I went there one time, and I did that river walk, and that was so much fun. I loved it. All right, you see how that's getting now? Look at that. It's still a little bit on the sticky side, so when you get it formed into some sort of ball, and it doesn't matter if your measurements aren't exactly like mine. They don't have to be, y'all. I'm going to put a little bit more flour on my surface so we can start rolling them out. Let me get it. I'm going to just get some like this in my little scooper duper, and I'm going to sit it to the side over here, and I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit at the time, okay? All right, so now I'm saying my dough is, I think it's ready. So here's what you do. It's so easy, y'all, and I have talked to so many people, And you wouldn't believe the people who have not done this yet. And you know the excuse that they make? I'm scared. For goodness sake, don't be scared of things like that. I mean, what's it going to do to you? All right, so I got me out a golf ball size. I put it down. I take my rolling pin and I like to flour it just a little bit. And I'm going to start rolling this pie out. If it sticks to your surface like it just did, put your little flour on it. Roll it out like that. Let me turn my grease on. And roll it out like that. And you might want to check the first one. I'm going to pick it up to see if it's sticking, and no, it's not. Get your, whatever you're going to use. I'm going to get about a heaping tablespoon and put it right in the middle. Then you take your water, and you're going to put your finger in there and press it around, or rub it around one edge, all the way around, halfway around, of your dough. Then bring this part up and put it down over that and pat this down. If it sticks to your finger, put some flour on it. Now, get your knife. Cut it off pretty, all that ragged part. But don't cut it too close to your apple pie filling, because you don't want it coming out. Then take your fork, put it in some flour, and go all the way around your pie. And it is ready. And here it is. Like that. Okay? Sit it to the side while your grease is getting hot and make you another one. So take your dough, pull off about a golf ball size, something like that. Flour your surface a little, push it down. That gives you a jump on it, doesn't it? Hey, Linda Cobb, this morning. Good morning from North Carolina. So one of y'all said, yes, I do make them. Well, good for you, sweetheart. You got a happy family, I know. If you got some leftovers from last night for supper, what'd y'all have for supper? You have some hamburger helper? Did you have a beef stew? Did you have a vegetable supper? Well, here's all you got to do. Make this dough up. Put whatever you had for supper in this thing. Put your little extra cheese in it. Grate you some cheese and put in there. Make you these hot pockets like this. And tonight for supper, y'all can have hot pockets with the leftovers of whatever you had for supper. So what'd y'all cook for supper? Somebody's saying I love Tana's mosaic. Thank you so much. She loved it too. I think she was shocked that I did it. Anyway, whatever you had for supper last night, this is good. Last night when I went to church, we had a great Bible study, but anyway, there was a lady sitting across from me. She said, Miss Brenda, I want to ask you something. I said, what is it? She said, I see that you cook lunch or dinner after church. Every Sunday you cook and you serve it. And how do you keep it hot? So here's what I told her, and I know y'all probably have the same problem. If I'm frying something like okra or fried squash or fried green tomatoes or something like that, I do that after we come in. But I've already got my grease in my skillet and everything's cool, okay? Whoop. And so, but the other stuff, I use a lot of pottery. And you can heat that pottery up to like really hot. So if I've cooked a pot of butter beans or I've cooked to a roast or whatever I happen to be cooking, I pour it in the pottery bowl and I set it in a warm oven, like 350 degrees. I get my oven hot and I put it in there till we get back from church and then we eat it. Now, I guess it was last Sunday, it was, I fixed cream potatoes. And I did the warm milk in the potatoes. I did a bunch of stuff to keep it warm. You're going to have to experiment. But Sundays are hard. I admit that. It's one of the hardest days to cook because you're going somewhere and you want everything to be good and hot when you get back. It's not quite ready. We're going to fry some as soon as it gets ready. Anyway, I need to tell y'all something. I have talked to some people. They said, hardly ever do I ever see you on Facebook, Brenda. Well, here's the reason. It's not because I'm not on there. It's because you're not doing it right. Let's be honest. Facebook has I guess you'd say a computer program or something, algorithm or whatever. If you do not comment on the things that you like, let's say you're scrolling and you really like somebody's gardening show, for instance, or my cooking show or whatever, you need to you need to follow that person, whoever it happens to be, whether it's gardening or music or whatever. You need to press the follow button. And when you do that, my stuff's going to pop up. But then, here's what you have to do. They will not let you watch what you're following unless you're going to comment on it. So, I hope that you'll comment on stuff like that. All right, you people that are just coming in, I'm making fried pies as quickly as I possibly can. I'm over here looking at that clock, and I don't have all day to do it either. I got to get it. Let me stir my grits, as a matter of fact. Let me do them real quick. I don't want these sticky. Okay, I'm gonna test my fried pies over here. See if my grease is hot enough. Come over here and I'll show you how I test it. I'm going to get a little piece of dough, mash it flat about like that. Let's go over here to our skillet. We're going to drop it in and see what it does. It popped right back up. That tells me that my grease is ready. So, I'll let you see this part. I'm going to take my pie. I'm going to gently put it in there. I'm going to turn my stuff down now to about 8 since it's hot enough. And I'm going to put another one in there and let it be cooking while I'm working. All right. If you don't put your water around your pie, the dough is going to open up and your filling is going to pour out of that pie into that grease and start popping and carrying on. That's what it's going to do. I know some of y'all are saying, I watched you make those pies so many times. Well, then you ought to be able to make them. I mean, how many times have I got to make them before y'all make them? I want you to write in and say, yes, ma'am, I've already made them and mine were even better than yours. That's what I want you to say. All right, get you something like that. All right, now flip them over. Let them cook on the other side a minute. And you don't let them cook long. See, they're almost ready right now. They are almost ready. Because the dough is so thin. It's so thin that you can do that. Well, tonight's line dancing night. Whether I go or not is still up to my body. If my body says you can go, I'll go. If my body says you need to get to bed early, then I'll do that. We need to listen to our bodies. It tells us. If your body says, I'm thirsty, well then get you some water and drink it. Not coffee, not anything like that, just some plain old water. Or some decaf, you can drink that. If you're thirsty, you can drink some decaf tea, decaf coffee, whatever, if you're thirsty. I drink caffeinated in the morning. That's what I do. And on y'all sweet tea, I change it. I drink caffeinated y'all sweet tea at lunch, and I drink decaffeinated sweet tea. Unsweet tea at night. All right, come on, it's time to take them up. Y'all get over here with me. I got to get y'all moving around this morning. Let's see where we are. Here we are. Drain it good. Put it on your paper towel. Let it drain a while. Well, can I get it up? There we go. And we're going to put 2 more in there and let those be cooking. Okay, here's the other one. Woo, these are going. And while that's cooking, we're going to make another one. All right, let's see. Hey, Linda Killen and Diane Barber and Vienna Brewer. That's a pretty name. I've never heard that one. Vienna. All right. Let me get this going here, y'all. Sticking to you. This, what does that mean? That means get some flour and put on it. It's just so easy. And you can put, you know, just as long as you got some liquid, whether it be water, buttermilk, or milk, a little bit of grease and some flour, some white lily flour, then you're good to make you some pie. It doesn't have to be an exact measurement. The only thing you've got to do is make sure that your dough is not sticky. And then you'll be good. Sometimes they want to flop back over after you've done that, so you have to be careful. All right, y'all, that's how you make it. Now, let me tell you how to make the glaze, because I'm not going to keep y'all on here while I make every single pie. That'd be nuts. You ain't got time. You got to go to work and do some stuff just like me. You got to do some stuff this morning, ain't you? Here's what you do to make your glaze. Put you about a, I don't know, 1/4 of a cup, 1/2 a cup, something like that of powdered sugar in a coffee cup. Then start pouring in your water. And when I say pouring in, I'm talking about like a teaspoon at a time. Because if you will get too much water quicker than a New York minute. Have y'all ever heard that? She's quicker than a New York minute. That's what my mama used to say. All right, let me get these 2 up. Ooh, I like to got that one too dark. I'll have to, let me turn mine down just a little. Well, it is down. I just left it in a little bit too long. I'll make a couple of extra ones just in case. All right, y'all. And so you just stir that around and you drizzle it over the top of your pie. And then you'll be good. I just hope everybody has a great day. I hope that you will get up out of your lazy boy. I hope that you will do something constructive today. But if you don't, that's all right too. We need some lazy days just to think about life. Read a little bit. Do what you can for others. For sure, talk to the Lord this morning, like you do every day. He's waiting to hear from you this morning, see what you got to say. He is waiting for you to see what you've got to say. I'm going to put another paper towel over these 4, like that, and that way they can drain, okay? We'll take these 2 up. And put on 2 more. Woo! Hot, hot, hot. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to go. I love you. Have a great day. Be lifted up. The Lord didn't make fear. he doesn't make you feel sad. You choose that on your own. He's going to try to lift you up. He's going to try to lift you up, so be receptive to it. Y'all take care. Love you. Bye-bye.